Closer to home, we do have to watch the tropics. They have upped the chance of this area developing to 30%, but days 3 through 7. All right, so that would put us, what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? So we're talking Sunday through the middle of next week, okay? This is the area that they say that could develop. And that number, 30%, likely is going to come up. But this area has extended back out to the east, which to me is a good thing, because if something were to try and develop here versus here, it would have a better chance of drifting further to the north after it develops and then getting recurved out to sea. So there's a lot that's going to happen with this. There's even another one up to the north. I'm not going to talk about that. That's wild. But the problem is with the models, because the GFS is over here and the European's over here, but anything, especially in the Western Caribbean, is something this time of the year that we want to watch. So this is both the models. So the GFS is in yellow. Look where it thinks it is by not this weekend, but next. Okay? The European thinks it's over here. So now, number one, that's a long time from now, all right? At least a week and 3 days or so, okay? So that's a long time for forecasting, but you see the reason for having to watch this. Now, when something gets in here, a lot of times it can come out to the north and the east, or it can come to the north, or if it's even weak, come to the west. We've even seen strong ones go to the west. It depends on what the high pressure looks like to the north, where it's at, and that's gonna change. You know how sometimes we'll say a front's coming in on Thursday, but it doesn't get here until Friday? That changes the area of high pressure, and that changes where these storms go. So what about the water there? +3 degrees above normal, +3. It's very warm. And in fact, it's near record warm where we'll have those +3s out there. So if something does develop in that area, it's got a lot of energy to work with. Now, one good thing we have this time of year is we have a lot of wind shear across the eastern and southeastern U.S. This is not this weekend, but next. There's where the European thinks it is. GFS would have it over here. That's a ton of shear over Florida. So if something were to drift in this area, it would get really sheared. I don't think it'll get completely sheared apart, but it's something that would help weaken it as it comes up. So plenty of time to watch. Watch over the weekend. Monday, we will know much more. Could get a cone. We don't know. That would be the middle of next week, okay?